If you're watching this video, it's likely because you have a dream or goal you want to accomplish. But no matter how hard you try, something is holding you back. You want it, but just can't seem to get started on it. It's time to crush those excuses and finally get going on reaching your goals. In this video, I'll be giving you 4 steps to overcome those excuses now and make the changes that would lead to success. Step 1. Define your reasons for not changing the status quo. Have you ever stopped to ask yourself why you're holding back? In psychodynamic psychology, it is believed that symptoms can have a positive function. This approach posits that symptoms, such as procrastination and excuses, may serve a protective function. They're not simply random or meaningless, but are instead a manifestation of underlying psychological conflicts, unmet needs, or unresolved traumas. So maybe you have good reasons for making those excuses? The first step is to write down as honestly as you can all the good reasons to stay in the status quo and all the bad reasons for changing. It is important to write it down as it helps you review and look at the reasons from a new perspective. This might be easier said than done, so be patient with yourself and take your time. Ask yourself, what are the practical, economical, relational, and emotional reasons to stay in the status quo? The stronger reasons you have not to change, the harder it will be to change unless you become aware of them. Many find it hard to dig into their feelings. A technique called the mole technique from cognitive therapy might be of help in clarifying things. This is a tool that can help you uncover the underlying motives and involves asking a series of why questions to explore deeper into one's thoughts and feelings. For example, say that you want to start your own business and you write down that you feel uneasy about doing it. You can use the mole technique to uncover the deeper reasons for your feeling. You might start by asking yourself, why do I feel uneasy about starting a business? The answer might be, because I'm afraid of failing. You can then ask yourself, why am I afraid of failing? The answer might be, because I don't want to disappoint my family and friends. Ask yourself, why am I afraid of disappointing my family and friends? You can continue this line of questioning until you reach a deeper understanding of your fears and needs. If your underlying fear is rejection, it makes sense to stay in the status quo to feel secure about relationships, right? I'll give you a few other examples of underlying forces you might battle with. Insecurity about your abilities, skills, or knowledge can hinder your personal growth and development and lead to inaction. The need for control can cause you to micromanage or dominate others, leading to relationship problems. Self-esteem, or the need to feel valued and respected, can motivate you to achieve your goals, but can also result in inaction because of people-pleasing and seeking validation from others. Connection, or the need for social acceptance and belonging, can motivate you to seek out meaningful relationships, but can also lead to conformity or compromising personal values and dreams. Competence, or the need to feel successful and competent, can motivate you to strive for excellence, but can also make you stuck in overwork or perfectionism. Finally, safety and security, or the desire for stability and security, can lead you to avoid risks or change, even if it means missing out on opportunities for growth and development. But what if you feel resistance to taking step 1 right here and now? Then use those feelings. Dive into them with the mole technique. There may be crucial insights about yourself lying within those feelings. When you've written down all the benefits of staying the same and all the downsides of changing, you're ready for the next step. Step 2. Find your reasons for changing the status quo. Repeat the process, but now you write down the good reasons for change and the downsides of staying in the status quo. Remember, for this to work, you must be brutally honest with yourself. Especially the uncomfortable truths are important to write down. For example, if you're thinking of starting a business, it can fulfill your entrepreneurial dream, provide financial independence, and enable you to pursue your passion. It can also offer a sense of accomplishment and personal fulfillment and teach you new skills. Staying in the status quo can mean missing out on opportunities, feeling unfulfilled and bored, and filling your mind with regrets. And maybe an uncomfortable truth for you is that the main motive for starting a business is to prove to your parents and yourself that you're good enough. As you work with your list, remember to be specific. For example, avoid general terms like, "it's scary." Instead, you can write, "I'm worried that the decisions I make will be wrong and I will regret and blame myself." This is a good starting point for using the mole technique to dig deeper into what this is really about. Once you've written down all the reasons for change and the downsides of staying the same, it's time for Step 3. Problem solve your list. Look at each item one by one and problem solve what to do about it. Ask yourself if it's mostly a fear or a real problem. Can you do something to solve or minimize the problem? What do you need help with? Challenge your fears and determine if there's any truth to them. If there is, brainstorm solutions to minimize the challenge. If not, figure out how you can help yourself let go of those fears. Say that you, in the example of starting a business, have written down fear of failure, the need for validation, and the pressure to succeed. To overcome the fear of failure, it can be helpful to reframe failure as a learning opportunity and recognize that setbacks are a natural part of the entrepreneurial journey. You can focus on building up tolerance for being a beginner and making mistakes. Seeking support from other entrepreneurs or a mentor can also provide encouragement and guidance during challenging times. The need for validation can be addressed by shifting the focus towards creating value for customers. Networking with other entrepreneurs and attending industry events can also help build relationships with like-minded individuals who can offer support and guidance. Sometimes the most successful entrepreneurs are those who trust their instincts and carve out a unique niche in the market. The pressure to succeed can be managed by setting realistic goals and timelines, breaking down larger tasks into manageable steps, and prioritizing self-care. Taking breaks, practicing mindfulness or meditation, and seeking support from loved ones can also help manage stress and maintain emotional well-being. Remember, the devil's in the details. The better you understand your motives, needs, and feelings, the more empowered you will become to do something about them. The next step is to prioritize. Look at everything you've written down. Prioritize your list by looking at what's most important to you and what can change versus what's out of your control. Do you have enough support from others? What new insights have you gained? Do you still want to work towards the same goals, or do you need to adjust your dreams to better fit your needs and circumstances? What skills do you need to improve? Is it mainly an emotional problem, a time management issue, lack of clear goals, or maybe many aspects at the same time? By doing these steps, you'll become clearer about your distractions, stress, and emotional triggers. Remember that change can be scary, but it can also be rewarding. Don't let fear hold you back from pursuing your dreams and taking that first step. With determination, hard work, and a willingness to embrace change, you can turn your dreams into a reality. By being thorough with the steps outlined in this video, you'll be much closer to replacing those excuses with actionable steps towards achieving your dreams. Remember to take care of yourself and be patient with the process. And be sure to like and subscribe and let us know how you turn excuses into action in the comments down below.